So, Hare Krishna, Prabhupada Mataji. Welcome all of you for today's Bhagavad-gītā session. And thank you for keeping the appointment with Krishna today. The two verses we will discuss is from Bhagavad-gītā, second chapter, verse number 26 and 27. Let us recite. Ata chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho nainam shochitum arhasi. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty arm. Then go to the 27th verse. This is a very, very important verse actually. Jatasya dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharye arte natvam shochitum arhasi. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who has taken his birth is sure to die. And after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So, very, very important verses we are going to learn today. See, in this chapter, which is known as the contents of some Gita summarized. From the verse number 11, second chapter 11 to 30, it basically speaks about jnana. Thereby, Krishna is asking Krishna to fight. This jnana is basically to do your duty. It is told that there is no death for the soul. One is there is no death for the soul, and the body can never be saved. So in the 26th verse, we can see Buddhist philosophy, Bauddhavada. Bauddhavada, that is, even if you reject the soul, still there is no cause for lamentation. Krishna addresses Arjuna as Mahabahu. We saw this in this verse. And the 27th verse speaks about Karmavada. That is, one has to take birth according to his activities in his past lives, right? And die after finishing his term of reactions. So these are the two verses we'll discuss. So the 26th verse, Prabhupada says anthropology, right? That is Darwin's theory actually. They do not believe in soul. They do not believe in the transmigration of the soul. But they have their own theory. And they are also not definite, right? See, those who have read Darwin's theory of anthropology, see, in most places, Darwin says, perhaps it was like this, perhaps it was like this. He's not sure. And according to their theory, there is no existence of human being 10,000 years ago. They said, no, they like the monkeys, the forefathers. How can they be monkeys, right? So in the modern world, Prabhupada says in the lecture that they cannot trace out the chronological history more than 3,000 years ago. That's all. But we can give the account for many millions of years. Because in Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna says in 4.1 Bhagavad-gītā, Imam vivasvate yogam roktavanaham avyayam. He says, Krishna says, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan. And Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. So he said, I spoke this philosophy of Bhagavad-gītā to sun god. See, imagine how many years, millions of years back. So the modern theory that 10,000 years ago there was no human civilization, it's absolutely wrong. See, the Battle of Kurukshetra was fought 5,000 years ago. Before that, 500 years. Before that, hundreds of thousands of years ago, there is a fight between Rama and Lord Rama and Ravana. So there are so many instances in the Vedic literature. Right. So with this petty knowledge, these people, right, of petty knowledge of only about 3,000 years, they are thinking that they are advanced. So this is the opinion of the modern scientist. And Prabhupada speaks about the Buddhist, or the Buddhist philosophy, Buddha philosophy. That is, there is nothing like soul separately. They say, but by combination of matter, no, at a certain stage, the living symptoms are manifest. And they say, as it is a combination of several chemicals. So it is also finished as soon as the body is finished. And there is nothing as soul. That is the Buddha philosophy. So the Arjuna was declining to fight, right? So for argument's sake, Krishna says, he is telling to Arjuna, if you think like that, the body is everything, so it will be destroyed automatically. So why are you so much afraid of it? And he says, see, suppose I have combined some chemicals, right? See, a bottle of chemicals is there, combined, put in the bottle, and the bottle is destroyed. Who laments for that bottle? Can purchase another bottle. So this is simply for, see, argument's sake, Krishna is telling. So actually, that is not the position. Prabhupada says in this, one of the lectures, if you think that the combination of chemicals can produce living force, then why don't you do it in the laboratory? The chemicals are there. You can combine and just produce a small ant moving. See, science means observation and experiment. So if you simply observe and cannot make cannot make any experiment, which is actually should be practical, so then that is not science. That is only theory. So that is not possible. See, no scientist has ever made any living entity by combination of chemicals in the laboratory. And nobody can do that. And so this 27th verse is there. Jatasya dhruva mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharye arte natam shojitum arhasi. So it's a fact that by the cycle of birth and death, one who dies, he has to accept again another body. So why are you deviating from your duty? Krishna is asking Arjuna. So Krishna is advising Arjuna that suppose your grandfather on the other side dies, so where is the cause of lamentation? He is old man. He will get another new body. So why should, in fact, you should rather be happy that your old grandfather is going to have a new body. Jatasya dhruva mrityu. And everyone will die. You die today or tomorrow or say 50 or 60 or 100. You have to die. It is as sure as death. So why should you deviate from your duty? You are a Kshatriya. Your duty is to fight. Why you are afraid of being dead or be killing others? This is your duty. So Krishna says, so putting forward the Buddha philosophy, right? Which was, as in the purport, Prabhupada says, which was formerly known as Lokayatikas and Vaibhashikas. So these two kind of philosophers, they did not believe. Mostly the materialistic philosophers, no, they have no understanding of the soul. Therefore, they have different kinds of theories, which which we do not accept. So Krishna is criticizing Arjuna. Actually, he is also glorifying Mahabahu. Actually, Arjuna is a Mahabahu. Mahabahu means mighty armed. One who has got a very strong, mighty arm. He can fight very strongly. So why you should give up your fighting spirit? Why should you lament for a combination of chemicals and material elements? Suppose this house is a combination of material elements. Somewhere or other, if it is dismantled, who laments for it? No sane man will lament. Similarly, if you have no idea of the existence of the soul, then also you do not require to lament. That's the Tatapi Tvam Mahabaho Nainam Shochito Haravasi. The 2.26 he says. And 2.27 he says, for one who has taken his birth, death is certain. And for one who is dead, birth is certain. So in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. And this is Karmavada, 2.27. See, in the previous verse, 2.26, Krishna tried to explain Bauddhavada, that is Nastika, atheism. Atheist means one who does not believe in the soul and God. See, Prabhupada says these are correlative terms. He says, if you understand what is soul, then you can understand what is God. And if you understand what is God, then you can understand what is soul. But those who are atheistic, they neither believe in God nor in the soul. So Krishna says in a different way that combination of matter is taking place. And again, it is being dismantled. So this is going on. Either there is soul or not soul. Just like Darwin's theory, evolution of metal body, that is going on, right? One body is created, the same body again annihilated. Another body is created, the same body annihilated. It is going on. So where is the cause of lamentation? You cannot stop. You cannot stop this process. Jatasi dhruvam mrityur dhruvam janma mrityasya cha tasmad apariharya arte duty. So the same thing is going on. So duty is very important. So Krishna is stressing on it that one cannot stop his duty. If one stops his duty, then he becomes sinful. And that is karmavada. See, just like so many people, they argue that if we, very important point, if we discharge our duties very nicely, then where is the need of accepting God? So the karmavada philosophy is that if there is God, then he is giving us the result of our activities. And if I do it nicely, then he gives me nice opportunity. And if I do not do things very nicely, I am put into suffering. So there is karma phala. Prabhupada gives example of just like a high court judge. He is giving judgment according to the case. Different cases, right? So similarly, our goodness or badness will be decided according to our karma. So this is also fact. So then what is the use of accepting one God? If I do my duties very nicely, then he gives me the nice result. So why shall I worship him? Why shall I become a devotee of God? It is his duty, God's duty. This is karmavada. See, everyone is trying to avoid the principle of devotional service. It is only the Krishna conscious person who is advancing the philosophy of Bhagavad-gītā. Manmana bhav bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, 18.65. So Krishna says, always think of me, right? So these karmavadis, they will say, why shall I waste my time thinking of Krishna? If I do my duty nicely, then I will get good result. Why shall I be a devotee of Krishna? This is their argument. If one is not God conscious, he cannot be a moralist, Prabhupada says. He cannot be truthful and he cannot be honest. If one is not Krishna conscious, he cannot be a moralist, he cannot be truthful, and he cannot be honest. It's a whole world, 3 points of morality, honest, and dutiful, right? So many nice things are there. But if one is not God conscious or Krishna conscious, he cannot continue such thing. He must fail. Because the three modes of middle nature is working. See, even if you're on the platform of goodness, other modes of middle nature will try to attack you. See, as your goodness, morality, honesty, these things will be polluted by the onslaught of the other two inferior modes, passion and ignorance. Therefore, sometimes we find that a very nice man committing some sinful activities. So the decision of Srimad Bhagavatam is in 5:18:12. Harav abhaktasya kuto mahad gunaha. See, we can find it easily. Just like we say that no illicit sex, no meat eating. We consider this is sinful. But there are others, big leaders, politicians, even religious people, right? Priests. They do not think that this is immoral or this is sinful. Meat eating is sinful? Why? What is the sin there? Illicit sex. What is wrong there? Intoxication. What is wrong there? They do not find any immorality. So this standard of morality, it cannot be fixed up in one if one is not God conscious. It's not possible. So standard of morality, standard of goodness cannot be fixed like that. Actually, that is the decision of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Lack of Krishna consciousness. They think that animal has no soul. They do not accept this morality that animal cannot be killed. It is sinful, it is immoral. They don't understand. They have created their own theory. See, just like when there is a war, to kill the enemies, that is morality. But in peaceful condition, if you kill a person, that is immorality, sinful. So the process is the same, morality or immorality. The process is the same, but sometimes it is moral, sometimes immoral. So how it will be standardized? Therefore, Bhagavatam says 6:3-19, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Real dharma, real religion, that is morality, honesty, they can be decided on the words of Supreme Lord. So when Krishna says, this is all right, then it is all right. Prabhupada says that. So when Krishna says it is not right, then it is not right. So this is our decision. We, Krishna conscious men, we simply accept. And this is a fact. Because Krishna is the greatest authority, supreme being. Supreme means the greatest authority. It's just like a government says, now it is war time. If you kill a number of enemies, then you will be awarded with a medal, all these things. The same process of killing. But at another time, when there is no war, if you kill one person, you will be hanged. The killing process is the same, but the judgment is given by the greatest authority, government. This is all right, this is not right. Therefore, the standard of morality means to abide by the orders of the greatest authority. That is the standard of morality. See, one, we cannot make our own morality, right? So if Krishna says this is all right, then it is all right. Otherwise, it is not. Prabhupada gives very good example, a story that a gang of thieves, they stole some property from different houses. Okay. And they came out, and in the village, they are dividing amongst themselves. The booty is what they got. One thief is saying, please divide it morally so that one may not be cheated. Now just imagine, property is stolen. Where is the morality there? But when we're dividing, they are thinking of morality. The basic principle is immoral. So where can you have the morality? Similarly, according to the Vedic injunction, Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. First verse of Ishopanishad. Everything belongs to Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is his property. So the whole planet is Krishna's property. The whole universe is Krishna's property. But when we are claiming that this is my property, then where is morality? If you claim others' property as your property, then where is the morality? So in this material world, such kind of morality, honesty is going on. But our morality is, if Krishna is satisfied, then it is honesty, morality, everything. So our standard of morality and immorality is to see whether Krishna is satisfied. If Krishna is satisfied, then it is morality. If Krishna is dissatisfied, then it is immoral. And Krishna's representative is also, okay. Prabhupada says, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadan na kadi kutopi. So our morality is to satisfy Krishna or his representative, Guru. Yasya prasada, right? So if he is satisfied, then it is moral. If he is not satisfied, then it is immoral. So the conclusion is that this material morality, immorality has no value. Spiritual morality means to abide by the order of Krishna. That is morality. So whatever Krishna says, if we accept, Samshiddhir Haritoshanam. That is 1 to 13, it says. So Krishna also says in Bhagavad-gītā, Apichetsu duracharo bhajate mam ananyabha. Sadhurevasa mantavya, 9.3. So even one, if is found durachara, not very strictly following moral principles, but he's an unflinching devotee of Krishna, he is a sadhu. 9.30 Bhagavad-gītā. So therefore the point should be that we should not accept this karmavada or Bauddhavada or Mayavada. There are so many vadas. We shall simply take Krishnavada. Simply accept Krishna. Whatever he orders, whatever he likes, for his satisfaction, we shall do anything and everything. So that is our morality. So this is a point we should understand. So just so very nice two verses we were able to learn today. So I think we'll stop here. Kanta Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Shri Guru.